The Lost World by Arthur Conan Doyle. Dramatized by Chris Harold. Episode 1. A Bridge to the Unknown.
Pressa! Pressa, senhor!
I'm coming! Yeah, just as fast as I damn well can.
Não tem tempo. Now, in here.
His face. What happened to his face?
Formigas. Ants. Wasps. Carrapato. Long time in the jungle.
Can you hear me, man? My name is Challenger. I'm a scientist. I'm going to help you.
Challenger. I'm beyond help. Challenger? I've heard of you. Yes, I have.
Who are you, sir?
My name is Maple White.
Here. Drink this.
God bless you. I came here with James Culver. A pair of damn fools we were. They got him. Jim. The brutes.
Who got Jim? Who were these brutes?
Oh, that clicking. Ah!
You came here to explore?
No, I'm an artist. We came for the landscapes, the fauna, but no proper equipment for the jungle. Such amateurs. Oh, dear. We'd heard stories, but what we found, Challenger... Oh, it's so bright in here. The light.
What did you find?
They kept me prisoner, but I was too cunning for them. I found a way out from the plateau. They chased me, but I closed the door behind me.
What did you see on the plateau?
In the knapsack, Challenger. Oh, my gosh. The air in this place is sparkling. Oh, dear. Wish I could paint it.
This is what you saw? Tell me, Maple White.
Recorded it all. Map. There's a map, too. Guarded. Great.
Great what? No, I've got you, man. Just hang on. Just tell me what you can.
Greatest thing in the world. Oh, so much light.
The senor is morto.
That he is. God rest his inquiring soul. I want a Negada, 2 good oarsmen, and 2 bearers. Men I can rely on. Men who can keep their mouths shut.
Mouth shut?
Silencio. A journey of 3 days. We start at dawn. Come in.
You sent for me, Mr. Beaumont?
So I did, Mr. Malone, so I did. Sit down. I'm curious about you.
In what way, sir?
You are a competent reporter, even though a novice. And you have a knack of establishing relations with strangers quickly. A sort of magnetism. People open up to you.
You're very kind.
But most striking of all, you seem positively anxious to lose your life. Well, your report on the explosion in the Welsh mine, first class. Though, was it strictly necessary to explore the ruins as they collapsed about you? Well, next thing I know, you'll be filing a posthumous report.
I am, yes, drawn to adventure. My nature, my upbringing, my Irish temperament. Who knows?
I respect you for it, Mr. Malone.
If you were to find some special mission for me, wherever it took me, whatever the risks, I wouldn't let the paper down. I'd hope that's why you'd sent for me.
The special mission. Ah. The big blank spaces in the map are being rapidly filled in. I have got something for you, though. Something different. Oh, rest assured, it's by no means without danger.
I'm your man.
Start a journal. Record it all for me, from the beginning.
So, My first journal entry. 6 p.m., August the 11th, 1912. The Savage Club.
Professor Challenger, the biologist. Well, a fellow came back last year from South America with the strangest of stories. And a colleague, Dr. Summerlee, made a very damaging critique. Put Challenger's professional position at stake.
I'm with Tarp Henry, staff writer on Nature magazine. Decent fellow. Challenger's background. Just a quick summary, not too quick, though.
Okay. Notebook ready? Well, here's his summary as best I can record it. Here we go. Challenger, George Edward, born Largs, 1863. Education, Largs Academy, Edinburgh University. British Museum assistant, 1892. Assistant keeper of comparative anthropology department, 1893. Resigned after acrimonious correspondence, same year. Winner of Crayston Medal for Zoological Research. Publications, some observations upon a series of Kalmuck skulls. Numerous papers, including outlines of vertebrate evolution. How's that?
Your memory, Tarp. I'll never get over it.
And how was your shorthand?
Pretty much equal to the task.
Liar. Oh, something else. Before Challenger became a name, an essay, let me get it right, on the potentialities of extreme endemism.
That sounds bad for the health.
What caught the young Challenger's imagination, if you can restrain your flippancy,
Sorry.
apology accepted, was the arrested development of life forms in an African lake. But I don't see how this can possibly help you. You see, Challenger is as clever as they make them, but he's a faddist.
What's his latest fad?
You know about Weizmann's theories of the germplasm?
I don't, but you do. I'd like your help in writing a letter. It goes something like this. Here. I just need some help filling in the gaps.
You deceitful dog, Malone. You want my help in perpetrating a fraud?
If you be so kind. August the 15th, 3 p.m. exactly, as specified. 28 Enmore Park Gardens. It's just an interview. Why do I feel as if it's scrummed down and the match depends on me? A taciturn servant shows me into a substantial house. He tells me to wait in the corridor, and I drip there for a while. A door to the side opens, and here is a bright, vivacious, dark-eyed lady, small in build, more French than English in her type.
Your coat, please. You need to dry yourself.
No, very kind, but no.
You have come to see Challenger?
I sent him a letter, and he responded.
Mr. Malone, yes. You have met him before?
Never in life.
Are you going to ask him about South America?
Yes.
I see. I must give you some warnings in advance. When you enter his study, make sure you can always reach the door. You may need to depart swiftly. Also, on the right-hand side of that door is a bell push. Use it and I will come to your aid.
But
the Amazon changed the professor. People didn't believe him, yet he is the most honest man in the world. Do him at least the courtesy of pretending to believe him. Remember the bell. Even at his worst, I can usually control him.
So
Edith.
Edith. I don't quite understand. Are you his, nurse? His keeper?
Ah, Mr. Malone. I have a more, how do you say, testing job than that. I have the honor of being Professor George Edward Challenger's wife. So, the door at the end of the corridor. Take care.
Mr. Edward Malone.
Professor Challenger.
It's his size which takes one's breath away. His body is built like an ape.
Mr. Malone, I have the impression that you're examining me like a specimen. I'm more used to the reverse of that relationship. I was intrigued by your letter. You questioned a statement of mine, namely, I protest strongly against the dogmatic assertion that each separate id is a microcosm possessed of an historical architecture elaborated slowly through the series of generations.
I questioned it in a spirit of respect, sir.
Speak up, sir. Speak from the chest. And indeed from the brain, if you can combine the two. Tell me, you realize the germplasm is different from the parthenogenetic egg?
Of course.
And telegony is still sub judice.
Why, surely.
Mm-hmm. And what does that prove? Shall I tell you?
Oh, please do.
The last two things I said are gibberish. It proves that you are a damned imposter. A crawling journalist who is as lacking in science as in honest reporting. Did you think you could deceive me with your walnut of a brain?
Hey, look, now, I mean...
I'm going to pick you up, carry you down the corridor, and throw you down the steps. Oh, and don't bother about the bell. God bless Edith, but I disabled it some days ago. Give me one reason why I shouldn't.
I did try and deceive you, and I was foolish.
Those two statements are givens.
You grant interviews only rarely.
Please desist from telling me things I already know.
But I wanted to give an honest report of your South American journey.
A mocking misrepresentation, like the others. Why should I need your help? Dr. Summerlee, a bureaucrat, a manipulator of committees, scarcely a scientist at all. My lord. Any final words to say to me before I eject you?
Gaff! 2 words only. You should consider putting me down, sir. I must tell you, I have played rugby for Ireland.
Yeah, and I have played rugby for Scotland. 2 words.
Extreme endemism.
When did you hear that?
I looked up your paper before you quizzed me, Professor. I could hardly make head nor tail of it. But there was something in the concept that made me wonder about what you said you found in the Amazon basin. Thank you.
Lake Tanganyika. I was a young man when I went there. It's a static environment.
Where extreme endemism thrives. Endemism, meaning in the original Greek, native, local to the specific place.
You bother to find out. It's a nearly dead, stagnant body of water that comes to life only when the rainy season arrives. The lake, unrefreshed by external change, is host to tiny organisms and small creatures that exist there and nowhere else in the world, and have done so for a very long time.
Evolution has passed these species by, as if they were preserved in aspic.
A populist way of putting it, but not one that sacrifices accuracy to vividness, I'll concede you that. Evolution has passed them by. Mr. Malone, you have redeeming qualities. I'm going to put you to a test.
Try me, sir.
Please treat this sketchbook with the greatest care.
Turtles and their eggs. And a creature like a pig. But not quite a pig. Beautifully detailed drawings.
From life, would you say?
Most certainly.
A year ago, I was studying the fauna of certain tributaries of the Amazon. As I returned from the backcountry, some Kukama Indians approached me. A white man was ill. Perhaps I could help. The man, Maple White, died in my arms. He was the artist who gave me these drawings.
A bird, perched on a spire of rock beside towering cliffs. But what a bird! And that beak!
From life, again?
Yes, undoubtedly.
Remember that, please. I journeyed to the cliffs, and I shot a specimen of the self-same bird. Well, I say bird, but let's come back to that. There was a boat accident on the return journey, and this is all that remains.
A wing? But it's at least 4 feet long.
It's just a part of it.
And what's that sort of leathery membrane hanging off it? Is this from a pelican? No, I can see from your face that it isn't.
An unusual form of scientific deduction, Mr. Malone. But in this case, valid. Lancaster. Extinct animals. The authoritative work on this subject. Here. Look at this plate. Compare Lancaster's image of the bird to Maple White's.
Oh, but the resemblance is exact.
Not a bird, though. Look back at Maple White's drawing. Look at the jaw. Look, man.
Oh, the teeth are very striking.
Good. But of course, birds don't have teeth.
They don't.
This isn't a bird. It's a pterodactyl. A flying lizard of the Jurassic period.
Professor.
Back to the sketchbook. Last page. What do you see?
What a creature. Head like a fowl. Body like a bloated lizard. Spiked tail. beside it a tiny human figure, a pygmy challenge.
No. Full-sized man. But he's a fiction. Apart from anything else, no man could have stood in front of that brute of a stegosaurus and lived. Maple White put the man into his drawing for scale, to show the relative sizes.
A stegosaurus?
Drawn from life?
Well, I don't see how anyone could imagine this or make it up.
The vastly high cliffs form a plateau, where... Yes, Mr. Malone, follow the thought through. Your instincts are good.
Like the lake, the ordinary laws of nature have been suspended. Creatures survive which will otherwise disappear.
Maple White ascended that plateau. But I did not have the resources to follow him.
But these discoveries are huge. How could such things be not known about?
Try and understand the Amazon, Mr. Malone. 50,000 miles of waterway running through a forest the size of all Europe. Bigger. You and I could be as far away from each other as Scotland is from Constantinople. And yet each of us would be standing in the same forest. This isn't just a remote country. It is another world within our world, where anything is possible. Do you begin to believe me?
I do. Of course. I would want to see more with my own eyes. But this is so very different from the wild rumors that have surrounded your expedition.
Well, I have not always been my own best advocate.
What a story.
Yes. But I must ask you to write nothing about our discussion today. I do have something you can write about. Tonight, at the University of London, a special meeting, an extraordinary convocation, some such nonsense. Come to it. See academia in full frenzy. Write about that, young Malone.
I shall, Professor.
Professor? Aye. Well, I see how likely I am to retain that title at the end of the evening.
Come, goodness me, come to order, please.
Good. Malone, there you are. Still on the Challenger trail? He didn't throw you into the street then?
Yes, you didn't mention that possibility to me.
If people would be so kind, we really must settle down.
Here comes Challenger. No respect for punctuality.
Yes, here I am. As Vice-Chancellor Meldrum says, can we all settle down and move things along as swiftly as may be to some purposeful conclusion? Settle down now, please, everybody!
Thank you, Professor. So kind.
Just who do you think you are, Challenger?
Just what sort of a peanut-brained question is that, sir? Vice-Chancellor, reports that I have made about my Amazonian expedition, exaggerated and distorted by the press, have brought shame upon the university in which I am proud to teach.
Shame? Strong word. Goodness me, very strong word.
Shame indeed. Shame on you, Challenger.
Thank you, sir. What a thing it is when close cousins marry. Shame. A word much used by Dr. Summerlee, who predictably I see here. Good evening. No scientific committee would be complete without Dr. Summerlee. Would that Dr. Summerlee had more time to participate in science itself, but Dr. Summerlee is ever busy elsewhere.
That's enough, Challenger.
A young woman stands, no more than 25 years old, slim, straight of back, with an authority and a fierceness, and a face. Those grey-green eyes. A man could drown in those eyes. I think I must redraft this.
Dr. Diana Summerlee, you look surprised.
Diana, the huntress.
Vice-Chancellor, always a pleasure. In this awkward business, one could not ask for a better adjudicator.
How kind, Doctor.
When you two are done with pleasure and kindness, I'd like to revert to science.
The trouble is, Professor Challenger, your science lacks proof. Extinct animals alive in the Amazon basin. An extraordinary claim. But your evidence, questionable, hazy, and your refusal to give a latitude and longitude. I, too, would like to revert to science.
Goodness me, there must be a way forward, a sort of, I don't know, putting things to the test. That's the scientific way, isn't it?
It is, Vice-Chancellor, well remembered. Here is what I propose. A journey to the place I have described. to end once and for all the doubt that hangs over what I saw.
You would need an official observer from the university.
Of course. This is to be a far more organised trip than my own hasty foray a year ago. I will need help. Someone more experienced than I in this area of the Amazon. Local dialects, terrain and so on.
May I chip in? Roxton's the name. John Roxton. Been reading about your discoveries, Professor. Like to see for myself. Know the Amazon a bit. Astonishing place. Can shoot a bit. Find my way about a bit.
Roxton. Languid, tall, sunburned face. One of the greatest shots in the Empire.
I'll come on your expedition, sir, if you'll have me. Do my best to make sure you get where you want to go and bring you back alive. Your last trip, you were deucedly lucky. Though on this trip, you'll have to take some of your orders from me.
I know your reputation, Lord John. And yes, I would have you on this expedition. But I'm not a man who likes taking orders.
Me neither, Professor. Of course not. Perhaps we'll get along.
I shall also require the services of a person who is neither affiliated to myself nor to the university, to keep an independent record of our journey.
Me? Sorry, I volunteer.
Have you gone mad?
I'm Edward Malone of the Daily Gazette. While I have met you before, Professor Challenger, I can guarantee my independence.
A journalist. And the Daily Gazette. Surely a rather sensational newspaper.
Oh, I do enjoy the Gazette.
Are you the same Malone who was expected to get his rugby cap for Ireland?
Yes, sir.
Capital. Settles it for me, at any rate. That 20-yard swerving run at Oldham last year.
Let me return to the subject of the university representative on this expedition. Vice-Chancellor Meldrum.
Me? Up the Amazon?
Oh, good heavens, sir. Your grey hairs and grave responsibilities forbid it. No, I suggest that in the interests of critical academic rigour...
Absolutely. I shall set about finding the right candidate.
I was going to say that in the interests of academic rigour, surely the most rigorous of my academic critics would be the most appropriate person to come on this expedition.
I see. You mean Dr. Summerlee. Yes, an elegant thought.
Oh, I have a loaded schedule. Appointments and supervisory work, administrative work.
Professor Challenger has issued you, one can only call it an ultimatum, Dr. Summerlee. You have questioned him in the strongest possible terms. Now, you must take your part in finding the answers.
But, Vice-Chancellor...
Administrative work you can delegate, but you cannot delegate the search for truth. Goodness, well, I think we're all agreed. I shall leave it to the various parties to, work out the details.
I am in the Albany rooms of Lord John Roxton. A room lit with the ruddy radiance of electricity.
I have been tricked. Damn it.
I seem to have been rather rushed into things.
I'm not normally impetuous, but there is something compelling about Challenger. Is he joining us?
He'll appear when and if it suits him.
Now, I am a seasoned traveller. But how well prepared are you, Mr. Malone, Dr. Summerlee, for this expedition?
Lord John, perhaps you think, because I'm a woman, and a woman without experience of jungles, African or Amazonian, that I am inadequate to what lies ahead.
Brandy's all round, I think. A well-rounded 1865. While I did, in fact, happen to notice that you were a woman, Dr. Summerlee, I did not for a moment think that made you any the less competent than Challenger or Malone. The fact of the matter is simple. Rather a wonderful, smoky aftertaste, think you'd agree. My point is, man and woman alike, you're both equally incompetent. Equality of the sexes, eh?
That's coming at it a little strong, sir.
Can you shoot, Malone?
At school, I fired off a good few rounds in the reserves.
Oh, Lord.
I never thought it essential for a career in journalism.
In South America, you'll be like a bee without a sting.
I can shoot, Roxton.
You can?
One of my uncles had an estate in Scotland. When the season came, we culled the deer.
Your gun?
Bland 577 Axide.
See the white rhino head on the wall? With a rather supercilious look. Shot him with a Bland, something in common, eh?
Sometimes one of my uncle's deer, aged and frail, had to be shot for the overall well-being of the herd. As opposed to being shot for decoration, not quite the same thing.
Perhaps we should turn ourselves to the practicalities of the voyage.
A voyage of some comfort.
That's
For a
it.
booth liner is a luxurious form of travel indeed.
Steady.
Though how Roxton has prevailed upon the captain to allow us the use
take
of
your
one of
time.
the smaller lower decks for our own purposes, I do not know.
Breathe out, and as the breath leaves your lungs, squeeze. Better, Malone, but you're still letting the muzzle lift.
Perhaps a smaller caliber might suit Mr. Malone.
Good thought. I suppose, yes, you could try my Express Nitro. Now. Much better. Yes, that's the gun for you.
I feel far more confident. May I take this?
If you don't mind, I'll find you another. I have one in my stores. We can break it in tomorrow.
Of course.
Malone! I need you!
Some details he wants me to add to my journal. My daily slog.
Scribble, 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 eh, Mr. Malone? May I ask, I wondered, this rifle, is it personal to you, Lord John?
It's merely the one I use the most. A tool, as a knife is to a chef.
I can't help noticing the notches on it. Some sort of tally. Of animals shot?
Something like that. Enough shooting, though, yes. Enough shooting for one day.
You have something on your mind, Lord John.
I do, Dr. Summerlee. We'll make port soon, Manaus. Tell me, do you care for the opera?
Good heavens. Yes, I do, but...
You'll see. Surprise. My treat.
The city of Manaus. We are in the Amazonas Opera House.
The local rubber barons had this opera house built in Europe. Marble from Italy, fabrics from France, wood from Brazil, but sent back to England for carving, shipped back again.
But the cost.
Oh, you would not believe the money to be made from rubber.
Sorry, who on earth is the fellow in the feathers?
He's Papageno, the bird catcher. Try and drop your voice.
So this is opera. I see. I shall stick to the music hall.
Here she is.
A paddle boat. The Esmeralda, though I can hardly make the name out through the rust.
She's sound enough. Bearers are loading our stores. We'll move to smaller boats when we reach a tributary.
The tributary whose location Challenger so pig-headedly guards.
And here comes my head man with a manifest. Not Ignacio. Where's Ignacio?
Senor Lord John Roxton.
Yeah, that's me.
Ignacio's in a fever. He begs your forgiveness. He has asked me to lead your journey in his place. I am Gomez. It would be an honor to serve you.
Well, Gomez.
My family has served you before. My brother was one of your bearers when you traveled down the Espinharas. Pedro Lopes.
I'm afraid I don't specifically remember your brother. So many chaps. You know the jungle?
Oh, the jungle is my world, Lord John.
Very well, Gomez. Your English is a heck of a sight better than some of those other fellows. Carry on with the loading.
I am someone who can be relied on, Lord John. Be sure of that.
Gomez. What a striking smile he has.
Yes. Strange thing is, it reminds me of something.
Two canoes, with canopies. Challenger in one, Summerlee in the other. Sensible arrangement. Why have the Indians slowed their paddling?
Look at the water, young fellow.
The river is running faster, and ahead of us, white smoke.
Not smoke. Spray. Brace yourself.
The canoes shoot forward. For a dizzy moment, we are in midair. Then we hit the water again, and we are free.
Quite something, eh, my lord?
Quite something! It's as though the river is pouring off the edge of the world!
Make sure you write that down.
The canoe changes direction. We head for the bank, fighting the pull of the water. Our Indians carry the canoes. Soon we will rejoin the river. But for now, the Amazonian jungle. soaring redwoods and cedars. Their foliage filters the sun, and we walk in a perpetual golden twilight. Lichens in shades of incandescent gold and red smoulder upon the swarthy tree trunks.
Smoulder, Mr. Malone?
Smoulder? Yes. That is the right word, or the one that seems best to me. I'm trying to bring this place to life. For people who can't be here with us, who can't see this. So, how do you see this place?
The trees, the light. It's like being in a cathedral. But that's fanciful.
No, a most apt comparison. Look over there, peeping out into the, if you like, nave.
Cebus capucinus. Capuchin monkeys.
They're capuchins, and they have white faces. But surely a subspecies, a vivacious variant. Look at the paws, the stance.
These are textbook capuchins.
No. The textbook is telling you what to see. You've forgotten how to use your eyes.
Cebus capucinus, it's quite clear.
The only thing that's clear, Dr. Summerlee, is that you should start observing what is, in fact, in front of you.
Fermez. Fermez.
Champagne Charlie is my name. Champagne drinking is my game. You see them, Summerlee?
The macaws? Yes. Oh, I suppose you're going to tell me they're not macaws.
Not at all.
Really?
It was your identification of the scarlet ibis earlier today that I was going to call into question.
Challenger! Do you hear that? Malone? Roxton?
Our pause. I've heard that once before. War drums.
Yes, senor. War drums. White Indians. They watch us every mile of the way. Kill us if they can.
Watch us? How can they watch us, Gomez?
Those Indians know. Tem o jeito deles. They talk to drum talk to each other. Kill us if they can.
I have one word to say back to those gentlemen. If. Resume rowing. Rapido.
At least 6 or 7 drums now throb from various points. Sometimes they beat quickly, sometimes slowly, sometimes in obvious question and answer. A high staccato rattle from the east, a deep roll from the north.
We will kill you if we can.
Dr. Summerlee, on the subject of our reverberating friend, would you say Maranja or Amahuaca cannibal?
We have no evidence to base a judgment on.
Language? Any thoughts?
Answer as before, but like all such tribes in this area, I shall expect to find them of polysynthetic speech.
Really?
Polysynthetic, Doctor? Professor? My education consists largely of rugby. I should like to give an account of this, though.
Let me give you an example.
Sorry to interrupt, but listen.
I, for one, don't hear anything.
Nor I.
I concur.
Quite. That's what I wanted you to hear. The drums have stopped.
Well, they've gone.
Still kill us if they can.
Thank you, Gomez. But the man has a point. The drumming was a threat. An overture to the main thing. I think we must expect a follow-up to the threat. Some more direct and lethal action. Wait. Oh, yes. Dear heavens, I see what you blighters have in mind. The river narrows here, trees hanging over it. Canoes to the middle of the water. All the speed you can muster. Now, everyone, cover your arms, legs. If you've a hat, wear it. Lie as low as you can. Quick, and now. Steady. Courageous. Nearly through the narrows.
Now I see them. Black darts shooting out in clouds from the jungle. Most fall in the water. One lodges in the side of my canoe, its feather flight quivering, like a rattlesnake's tail. I pluck it out. 6 inches long, a slender splinter of wood with a tip that looks horribly sharp, covered in dark, sticky fluid.
Bamboo dart. Don't go near the tip, Malone. Curare freezes your lungs and heart. Dead in no time.
The water puckers as darts hit it. On the overhanging trees, Indians wield blowpipes their own height. We pull out of their range. Then something terrible happens. The second canoe, containing Roxton and Diana Summerlee, bumps up against mine.
Malone, you have your notebook.
Of course.
What's the time? Come on, nearest damn it.
Just past 12 minutes past 3. 5 seconds past.
Be so good as to take this down. The dart entered the subject's left ankle at 12 minutes past 3. The penetration was shallow, and the dart was removed almost instantly, thus reducing the intake of curare into the bloodstream. The subject, a 25-year-old woman, in good health, weighing 120 pounds.
Dear Lord. With utter calm, Diana places the dart into a canvas specimen container.
Are you getting this down, Malone? You look distracted.
Yes, I'm getting it down.
Elapsed time in seconds?
15 seconds.
Note it. Keep your eye on the watch. 15-second intervals, please. Loss of sensation in the lower leg. Rising rapidly. Pins and needles, and then nothing. No loss of motor control in the hands. Heartbeat slightly elevated, but understandable in the circumstances. My mind is still clear. I sense something happening in my spine. If it were pain, I could report more, but it's an absence of local sensation.
30 seconds. Diana touches her hand to her upper thigh, then to her back. Her fingers clench.
2 minutes is the longest anyone has survived a curare dart.
How many samples, sir? What is your error rate? Controls. We're scientists and must behave like it. Please continue, Dr. Summerlee. This is most valuable.
45 seconds.
It's like a slow, cold numbness. No, correct that. It's not cold because I can't feel it, so how can it be cold? Around my waist. It's as though everything below my middle is fading away.
There must be something we can do.
You can record this accurately, Mr. Malone. That's what you can do.
1 minute.
The curare is taking me over. Half of me is gone. Most strange. I'm being erased like writing on a blackboard. And my mind, what a buzz and bustle of images and thoughts.
Dr. Summerlee, concentrate. Can you give me some information about your heart?
1 minute, 15 seconds.
My heart. Oh, I have never been in love.
No, it was the operation of the ventricles I had in mind.
Roxton has his hand to Diana's wrist.
Her pulse is slowing, hardly there.
Diana Summerlee, listen to me. Look at me. Keep your eyes open.
Listen to me. Look at me. Keep your eyes open. 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Hard to breathe. Hard to think.
I asked for information about your heart, and I want it now. Come along, Dr. Summerlee.
Sorry. Yes, my heart. Arrhythmia. It's fluttering like a sick bird in my chest.
1 minute, 45 seconds.
Speaking of birds, I utterly question your identification of the scarlet ibis.
That's too difficult. Can't you just let me be?
No, I cannot. Tell me about the scarlet ibis. Its full name, please. Latin. You're good at that sort of rather useless sort of thing, aren't you?
2 minutes.
I can see mist. I'm not sure if I can still speak.
Diana Summerlee's eyes start to close.
The name of the ibis, Dr. Summerlee. Summerlee!
Challenger, you can't!
Pay attention! Dr. Summerlee. Name of the bird, please. That's better. Malone.
2 minutes, 15 seconds.
I may have been mistaken about the ibis. You hear me?
I'm very confused.
Diana. Dr. Summerlee's eyelids flutter. She's dazed, but there's light in those grey-green eyes.
Challenger! I do wish you could stop hectoring me about the ibis.
We shall discuss the ibis at a later time, dear lady. Doctor. Well, somebody give her some water. Roxton, Malone, pull yourselves together, for goodness sake. Dithering around, have to do it all myself. Boats to shore. Canoes. Costa. Am I supposed to be a translator on this expedition as well as everything else?
2 minutes, 30 seconds. Thursday, August the 20th. The jungle is denser. Our tributary branches several times, and each branch seems identical to the others. Even Challenger's massive self-confidence is eroded by the task of navigating this watery maze. But, a palm tree, shaped like a question mark, hangs out over the water.
What do you make of that, Summerlee?
It is surely an acai palm. Euterpe oleracea.
I fully believe in your recovery. This was the acai which I took for my landmark. You see beneath it.
A stream!
Easily missed because there's no break in the trees.
Push through and find my gateway to the unknown. Sort of phrase you might have a use for, Malone.
Thank you.
We are in a tunnel of hazy green sunshine. The water is clear as crystal, motionless as glass, green as the edge of an iceberg. One can hardly tell as one looks ahead where the distant green water ends and the distant green archway begins.
Fish aplenty. Look, a stork. Heron? Ah, yes. Ibis.
No larger animals. And not the slightest indication of man.
No Indian here. Too much afraid. Kurupuri. Kurupuri.
Kurupuri, the devilish spirit of the woods. The poor beggars think there is something fearsome over this way and avoid it. Wildly superstitious. That said, they may have cause of a point.
Superstition. You're right, Lord John. Ignorance, yes?
What a thing! Now, what species is that?
The towering cliffs of the plateau, as I saw in Maple White's sketchbook.
1,000 feet high. What do you think?
I should say so.
The ridges and the rocks. What's the word? The striations. Remind me of the Salisbury Crags in Edinburgh. They seem to be upheavals of the basalt, although I'm no expert.
But, clearly your education does extend beyond rugby, Mr. Malone. You hide yourself, as men do.
Diana Summerlee looks at me with a little smile, and I have no ready response. That smile, those eyes. I urgently wish that in certain directions my education were more rounded.
You see the pinnacle? See the tree? That's where I shot the pterodactyl.
To one side of the crags of the plateau is a thin pinnacle of rock. It is level with the top of the plateau, and looks as though it had split away from it in the past, leaving a wide chasm between the two. On the top of the pinnacle grows a single tree.
Climbed halfway up the cliffs to take the shot. Though, I suppose you would say, Dr. Summerlee, that the pterodactyl was a species of stork. One of the ones that has leathery skin and teeth in its jaws.
All I want is the truth, Professor Challenger. I have a memory, very blurred, of your saying that we're scientists and should behave like scientists.
You remember that? That's fascinating. Well, the light is going. Roxton, around now you normally tell us it's time to make camp.
Do you know, I'm beginning to enjoy these academic debates. But yes, time to make camp.
The ground at the foot of the cliff is rocky and broken, the going slow and difficult. Mid-afternoon, our fortune changes.
Come with me and see what we can find.
Over here!
A faded copy of the Chicago Democrat.
Empty meat tins. A brandy bottle. It's one of Maple White's campsites. And dug into the earth. An arrow.
pointing west.
A mile further on, the cliff face bends inwards, forming a bay. Growing there, a considerable patch of high bamboo with strong, sharp tops.
Like so many spears pointing up. Look up there, at the edge of the plateau. That huge rock jutting out into space like a beak. I don't like this place.
I can see something in the depths of the bamboo. Machetes, gentlemen.
A human skull. Detached from the skeleton.
The skeleton's over here. The canes are growing right through it. Just a few fragments of clothes. And a silver cigarette case. With JC engraved upon it. What's that? The silver is hardly tarnished, so this poor devil met his fate recently. Yet there's no flesh on the bones.
Animals and insects, Mr. Malone.
But who is JC?
Maplewhite had a companion. James Culver. This must be Culver. He must have fallen from the cliff top.
And here? Did these people fall too? Over here, Malone.
Carpet of bones.
Human bones.
Out, my companions. Out. Into the light.
5 more miles, and another sign. An arrow, chiseled out of the rock, pointing to a narrow fissure in the cliff.
This is just a dead end. The rock is too straight and smooth for an ascent.
Senor, wait. Look to the side.
The mouth of a cave. Perfect.
Come on in.
I look first. It's my job. In places like this, who knows? Snakes. Kurupuri, too. I call you when it is safe.
Rubble. From floor to ceiling.
It is blocked. But maybe there is a way. There's a space in the stones. Only room for one person up there.
Let me see.
Have a care, man.
Yes. All I need to do is enlarge the gap.
I don't think that's a good idea.
What's that, Gomez?
When you're older and more experienced, Dr. Summerlee, you'll more readily recognize a good idea when you see one.
Challenger! Come back down, now. I have the distinct feeling the ceiling is about to fall in. Will you be so kind? Run like hell!
A little close. But here we all are.
I hope you're satisfied, Professor.
I am. I found the door that Maplewhite closed behind him.
But now, it's shut forever.
Never mind. I see with perfect clarity how we shall make our ascent to the plateau. It was staring me in the face.
Roast suckling pig. Oh, what a glorious smell. I couldn't keep away.
A duty. Badge him in the scrub. Like a pig, yes, but not quite. Rum-looking customer, in fact. Give the spit another turn, if you would. I was thinking about what happened in the cave. About our man, Gomez. Something about that sequence of events.
I am not the only one lured by the smell of roasting ajouti.
What the devil?
It swoops out of the night, wings so vast they flap over us like a canopy. I glimpse a long, snake-like neck, a fierce red, greedy eye, and a great snapping beak. The next instant, it is gone. And with it, our dinner.
20-foot wingspan! You saw the beak, Summerlee.
I saw something.
A pterodactyl. A pterodactyl, Summerlee.
You, Malone, are independent witness. What did you see?
Wings. A long neck. Yes. But I cannot adjudicate in this.
Coward.
Tomorrow, we resolve these differences.
The rock pinnacle. That it could be climbed, we had Challenger's assurance. Yet a great abyss lay between it and the plateau.
We can never get across.
I will show you how. Just needed a little thinking about.
Challenger has brought climbing equipment, and the first half of the ascent is relatively easy. From there on, the climb becomes steeper, sometimes hair-raising. But Challenger gains the summit with extraordinary agility for so unwieldy-looking a man, and fixes a rope around the considerable tree which grows there. We are soon able to scramble up to the grassy platform which forms the summit.
It was an exhilarating climb, wasn't it?
At certain points, exceedingly so.
Oh, wonderful! Jungle as far as the eye can see. And for 1,000 miles beyond that, oh, civilization has disappeared, drowned in a sea of green.
Over here, Mr. Malone.
I join Challenger and Roxton, who are standing at the base of the tree.
You see the plateau?
Full 40 feet away. It might as well be a mile.
Now look at the tree.
Oh, 50, 60 feet high. Yes!
You worked it out, young Malone. Clever devil, old Challenger.
And so I am set the task of cutting the tree, under the very specific directions of Challenger. The tree buries its upper branches in the bushes of the plateau, while the main severed body of it slides to the very edge of our pinnacle. But no, it stops.
A bridge to the unknown. Title for one of your articles, perhaps, Malone.
Thank you, Dr. Summerlee.
I claim the honor of crossing.
I can't allow it.
Can't allow it.
You're a man of science.
You're far too valuable a man of science to take the risk. Roxton is our warrior.
Too valuable. Well, I yield to your line of argument.
How are we to cross it, exactly? It's not the most stable of structures.
How do you think? Like this?
Roxton strolls across the trunk, 1,000 feet above the ground, rifle under one arm, as coolly as if he were walking down the Strand on the way to his club. He waves at us. Come on over. The rest of us straddle the trunk and move along in undignified hops. Challenger and Summerlee argue about this and that, while after one glance into the gulf, my mouth becomes too dry for speech.
Give me your hand, young Malone. And up. Welcome to Maple Whiteland.
At last.
Joy to you, Challenger.
My companions make a preliminary foray, a short distance into the brushwood.
See how marked the difference in vegetation is. And did you ever see a lichen resembling this?
In all the books I've studied, Professor, I have to confess, I have not.
See, that's what I mean about books.
Roxton, over here!
The bridge is gone. What happened?
Lord John Roxton.
Here I am, Gomez.
What an honor that you remember my name. So difficult to remember all the names of. What would you say, you Indian chaps? É privilégio trabalhar para você. What a joy to send you to this long death. Far better than an accident in a cave. You are trapped now. And you will die there.
I have done you no wrong.
Remember Pedro Locke?
Pedro.
You did not remember his name. He was my brother. You shot him 3 years ago on the Putumayo River. I have waited and waited. And now I avenge his memory.
The smile, now I remember. Your brother's smile! The Putumayo River! But there is another truth. Your brother, Gomez. I did shoot him. But surely you must know why.
Oh, you killed so many!
Roxton?
Gomez bows gravely to us, his smile fixed and maniacal. He slides down the rope from the pinnacle, down to where our tree bridge lies far below. And Roxton's nitro seems to move of its own volition, faster than a snake, homing in on Gomez.
No. I do really rather think not.
Gomez continues his descent. We look about us. Obvious thought. Is there a tree here that is high enough to make another bridge? Nothing within 100 yards. Gomez is right. We are as trapped as if we had been deposited on the moon. I shall continue this journal, but whether anyone will know of our fate, I do not know.
In The Lost World by Arthur Conan Doyle, dramatized by Chris Harold, Professor Challenger was played by David Robb, Dr. Diana Summerlee by Jasmine Hyde, Lord John Roxton by Jamie Glover, Malone by Jonathan Forbes, Gomez by Milton Lopez, Beaumont by Sam Dale, Meldrum by Sean Baker, Maple White by Nyasha Hatendi, Tarp Henry by Brian Bowles, The Indian Tribesman by Vinicius Salas, and Edith Challenger by Jane Whittenshaw. The Lost World is directed by Marilyn Imrie.
You're listening to the Mystical Magpie channel. Please subscribe.
The Lost World by Arthur Conan Doyle, dramatized by Chris Harold. In Part 1 of Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World, Edward Malone, a journalist in search of adventure, encounters the fiery Professor Challenger.
I'm going to pick you up, carry you down the corridor, and throw you down the steps.
Challenger claims that deep in the Amazonian forest, he has found an isolated plateau where evolution has been suspended, and dinosaurs still live.
Stegosaurus! Understand this. The Amazon isn't just a remote country. It is a dozen times bigger than Europe. Another world within our world, where anything is possible.
Challenger's academic reputation is in danger. He puts his critics to the test. He will make another expedition to the Amazon. Legendary explorer Lord John Roxton joins the expedition. Know how to shoot a bit, know the jungle a bit, if you care to have me. Rival scientist, the ambitious Dr. Diana Summerlee, joins the expedition.
Your science lacks proof. Your evidence is hazy. You are not to be believed.
And Malone has let himself in for more adventure than he ever bargained for, as the four explorers set off down the Amazon River.
The bridge! It's gone!
We are trapped, as alone as if we had been dropped on the moon. No way down.
Now there is a new world of dangers to face. The Lost World. Episode 2. Our eyes have seen great wonders.
Come, come, my friends. No despondency. It was impossible to get up here. Yet we are up here. Impossible to descend. Surely not. Things will seem different in the morning.
As I rouse myself at dawn, my eyes fall upon a most singular phenomenon. The right leg of my trousers has slipped up, exposing a few inches of skin above my sock. On this there rests... what is it? A large, purplish grape. I lean forward to pick it off, and to my horror, it bursts between my finger and thumb, squirting blood in every direction.
Most interesting. A blood tick of quite unusually large size. As yet, I believe, unclassified. Let us name it Ixodes Malona.
The very small inconvenience of being bitten, my young friend, cannot, I am sure, weigh with you against the glorious privilege of having your name inscribed in the annals of zoology.
Pity you had to crush it, Malone.
Filthy thing.
But no doubt we can secure another specimen.
No doubt at all, Challenger. One has just disappeared behind your shirt collar.
God, help me off with these! God.
Our first foray into the unknown. Thick forest. Far darker than the Amazon jungle.
These trees. I've never seen them before.
Nor I, Mr. Malone. Well, only in fossil form. These are conifera and cycadaceous plants which have long passed away in our world.
By long, you mean...
60 million years.
A minute later, the stream widens and the ground becomes boggy.
Heavens.
What?
The trail of the father of all birds.
A three-toed track in the mud.
And what of this?
Like a five-fingered human hand. I've seen it before, in the Wealden clay fossils. It's a creature walking erect upon three-toed feet and occasionally putting one of its five-fingered forepaws upon the ground. Not a bird, my dear Roxton.
What then?
A reptile. A dinosaur.
This earth is fresh. Whatever made this print passed this way, not millions of years ago, but minutes ago. Malone? Dr. Summerlee? Your guns to the ready, please. Oh, dear God.
Who needs God when you have these?
2 adults. 3 young ones. Even the babies are twice as tall as a man. While the 2 large ones, slate-colored skin with scales, like a lizard's, they balance themselves upon their broad, powerful tails and their huge 3-toed hind feet, while with their small 5-fingered front feet, they pull down the branches upon which they browse.
Iguanodons. Iguanodons. What will they say back in England of this?
Dr. Summerlee, I will tell you with great confidence what they will say back in England.
Voices down, please, everyone.
They will say that you are a liar and a charlatan, exactly as you and others said of me.
They will have my independent record.
Which will look very different in London than in these latitudes.
Surely, some sort of specimen.
A specimen? Of those creatures?
Extraordinary. Now, steady. They're moving. Has the wind turned? Yes, they're sniffing. Is it us they're smelling? Pray not. Move back. Back into the undergrowth. We are on mighty thin ice. Silence. All and one. Now, there they go. Let us return to our starting point and make a proper camp.
And so we do, under Roxton's supervision, in a clearing dominated by a huge ginkgo tree. A zareba, made of thick spiked brushwood, with a gate.
An impressive construction. But it wouldn't do much to keep out the creatures we saw today.
It will defend us from smaller animals, but yes, you're right. Indeed, even our guns would merely have bought us time to run.
A question.
Yes, Mr. Malone.
We are on the edge of the plateau, and when we travelled inwards, we travelled downhill, did we not?
Correct.
Suggesting that where we are now is one of the higher points of the plateau. A rim rather than an edge.
From my observations, yes, I dare say you're right.
This ginkgo tree, the way its branches spread so wide across the clearing, its enormously thick trunk, might its height be proportional to its width?
Lucid reasoning. Where does your argument take us?
Make a stirrup for me, Lord John.
Oh, I see. Dashed enterprising.
If I can just... Look, Roxton, a boost, please. The first branch. Got the measure of you now. Surely there is every chance that the top of this tree, growing from an elevated position, could be like a watchtower, with views commanding the whole plateau.
Capital! Always knew Malone had a brain to him, eh, Dr. Summerlee?
You bring out the best in him, Challenger.
Oh, you think so?
Up I go. The voices of my companions start to fade. The tree is enormous. I'm lost in its dark greenery. Upwards, ever upwards. When will I break into the light?
Can you see anything yet?
If I can just get myself...
I use a creeper to help me.
Some sort of obstruction above me. It's moving! What?
Nearly, but not quite. I have my balance. I must record this without a second's delay. Face, nearly but not quite human. It burst out at me from the leaves. And there it goes. Not quite a man, but not wholly an ape.
You reached the top of the tree.
I did.
This sketch you made. Extraordinary. The nose flattened, the lower jaw projecting.
Thick orange hair, beetling eyebrows, dark, malign eyes.
Steady, Mr. Malone. Eyes are just eyes. Sacks of jelly. Dark, yes, but malign or kindly, for that matter. No, that's quite unscientific.
You're nitpicking, Dr. Summerlee. Young Malone here has found a whole new race of...
Ape men. That's what it was, an ape man.
Not ape men, please. From what you have said, and the place we find ourselves upon, hominids. A member of our human family which was once diverse, but of which only Homo sapiens remains.
Riches. This plateau is a naturalist's gold mine, so to speak.
And what did you find at the top?
The plateau is shaped like a shallow funnel, all the sides sloping down to a considerable lake in the centre. 10 miles in circumference, perhaps. Signs of life in the lake, creatures, though I could not see them in any detail.
Ah, yes. Signs of life. Creatures. Well done, Malone.
On the far side of the lake, basalt cliffs, and in them a series of dark holes. The mouths of caves, I think.
Caves? Well, perhaps one of those caves was Maple White's way out.
Yes, Lord John, but we have so much to explore, so much to learn. Dr. Summerlee, I perceive some sort of thought has passed through your brain.
A hitherto unknown group of hominids. I see the scientific importance, but our resources are so limited, our situation so precarious.
Living hominids, living, that's the point. You're not just adding an addendum to a textbook. You would be rewriting the textbook. It would be your textbook. Something that might hold a certain interest for you?
Time to build a fire.
My discoveries up the ginkgo tree have excited me, and sleep seems to be impossible. The various sounds of the night, they too keep me aroused. How gratifying that I've made an impression on my companions. The full moon lights up our camp. Lord John, wrapped up in a poncho, sleeps silently, something of a contrast to Professor Challenger. By the fire, Diana Summerlee is on guard, rifle on her knees, and as I study the outline of her face, carved in marble by the moonlight, so wonderfully serene, I realize this isn't serenity. She's fallen asleep. A thought comes to me. Suppose I steal softly away. Suppose I explore further. I'm back at breakfast with some record of the place. A closer view of that central lake. What a 3-column article for the paper. And so, I go out into the forest. The trees grow so thickly that I can hardly see the moonlight. Oh, this is a terrible mistake. Darkness. I never thought I was afraid of the dark. What vanity has led me to this? Panic. Growing. Can't stop it. I see it now. I'm not really a courageous man, in love with danger. But I have an overpowering fear of seeming afraid. How little we know ourselves. Can I go back to the camp? No. Pride trumps everything. Silvery bright light now. The iguanodon glade. Blessed relief. And the moon shows me a path. At last. A gleam of water. The lake. I climb a block of stone. An excellent view across the water. On the far side, yes, those are the cave mouths I saw from the tree. But now they are discs of reddish light. The light twinkles. These are fires which surely can only have been lit by the hand of man. Below me, 2 creatures like large armadillos drink the river. Their long, flexible tongues shoot in and out as they lap. Then, where have I seen that ungainly shape? The arched back with triangular fringes along it. That strange bird-like head held close to the ground. The Stegosaurus. The very creature which Maple White preserved in his sketchbook. For 5 minutes, he is so close that by stretching out my hand, I could touch him. Then he lumbers away. Time to set back. What in the name of... This creature, whatever it might be, I know with a horrid, utterly instinctive certainty hunted my primeval ancestors. Just as it is now hunting me.
Steady on. You fell asleep, Dr. Summerlee.
I don't know what to say. How shameful.
It's the best of us, do you know? Remember once from the plains of Kenya? Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter now. There's nothing you could have done.
What do you mean? And where's Malone?
Challenger, wake up, man.
What the devil?
Oh, quietly, if you can contrive it. Malone, adventurous spirit. He must have taken off for a spot of exploring on his own. Lucky fellow in the circumstances.
Just what is it, Roxton?
You hear it? Comrades, I think we're in rather serious trouble.
Not a sound. Not a movement. Perhaps my imagination? No. God help me. A great dark shadow disengages itself from the forest. It hops out into the clear moonlight. The beast springs along in an erect position, upon powerful hind legs, while its front ones are held bent in front of it. It looks straight at me, and I freeze. Surely it must see me. But no, it turns away. Then it drops forward on its forepaws and brings its nose to the ground. It doesn't need to see me. It is smelling out my trail. My limbs ache. My chest heaves. Surely I've thrown it off. No such thing. Its head is cocked. It can see me now as well as smell me. I cannot help it. But I look behind me, perhaps to look my own death in the eye. And something impossible happens. The creature disappears, like a villain in a pantomime. The analogy is apt. For the earth opened up beneath the creature. It has fallen into a trap, I realize. I must have leapt clear over it. A pit concealed by brushwood, 15 feet deep, perhaps. I improvise a torch. And there is the creature. It has fallen onto a sharpened stake. What a stench. Rotten meat. This place is a kind of killing jar. They must cut the dead animals away to clear the stake for the next who blunders in. This place is surely the work of men, like ourselves, with sharp-edged minds that outmatch all the brute strength of the dinosaurs. I am desperate to return to the security of the camp, to my friends.
Ready, Summerlee?
Ready, Roxton. If only I knew where to aim.
Patience. Keep your gun sight swinging through 180 degrees. 90 degrees left, 90 degrees right. Where I showed you on the liner.
Are we in great danger?
Great danger? Good Lord, yes.
Roxton!
Leave the fighting to us, Professor.
I've been listening to them. I think they're going to come at us from above, from the ginkgo tree.
The express nitro! No mistaking! The Zariba, still and quiet. The gate is open. Our effects are scattered over the ground. Our fire is ashes, and the earth is dark with blood.
Diana! Diana Summerlee!
Of my companions, no sign.
John Roxton! Answer me for pity's sake! Challenger! Summerlee! Challenger!
Damn you, brutes! Be careful how you carry the lady. Sorry to the two of you. I wasn't fast enough.
You did all any man could do. There were too many of them. They rained down.
A rather impressive assault. Organization and so forth. Good. On the brows. Malone's description was accurate. I would call them Dryopithecus.
Or Pithecanthropus.
Let me think. Yes, I'm prepared to entertain that possibility.
What did they have in mind for us?
I'm intensely curious on that point, too. I would have expected them to simply dash our brains out on the spot.
Look, we're coming out of the forest. Steady! What in the name of...
A village, but so primitive. As though we've travelled to the dawn of mankind.
Prefer to be at a rather more advanced point myself. The cocktail hour, for instance. They seem to be fascinated by you, Challenger.
They keep touching me.
Particularly that one. Hey! It's your chest that interests him. Apart from its breadth, forgive the personal nature of my observations, it's remarkably hairy. A big fellow, possibly some sort of leader.
He's touching his chest, and then rubbing mine.
He sees something of himself in you. Rub his chest back. What? Challenger, go on. Finger through the hair. You're grooming each other. Groom him, Challenger.
I am Regius Professor of Natural Sciences at the University of London.
There you are, then. Right man for the job. Carry on grooming and drop your eyes. Mark of respect. And whatever you do, don't turn your head, because they're all watching you. They're enthralled. And more to the point, Summerlee is sliding away ever so gently. They've forgotten about her. In another minute, God save her, she might just make it to the forest.
He's getting impatient. He's tiring of this.
Of course he is. He hasn't got much of a brain, poor fellow. You must divert him, Challenger.
What?
Go, Diana. Don't look back. Save yourself. Go!
Divert him?
Ow! You! Don't hit him back. He wants to play. That was just a tap. He's got the mind of a child, but he's stronger than you. How would you divert a child?
Edith and I, we have not been blessed.
Challenger, do you want to live? Your very considerable brain. Use it, please.
When I was younger, I had a certain enthusiasm for the music hall.
Yes?
Well, I may be a little rusty, but... roaming in the gloaming on the bonny banks of Clyde. Roaming in the gloaming wi' my lassie by my side. When the sun has gone to rest, that's the time that I love best. Oh, it's lovely roaming in the gloaming. Hey!
You have them entranced. Damn it, I'm enjoying it too.
Steady, Malone. Sift the evidence. 3 shots. Whatever happened quickly. An attack by dinosaurs. Surely my companions would be dead. I am too tired to wrestle with the problem. Sleep comes fast, and I awake in cold grey light in the most extraordinary way. 2 grey-green eyes looking into mine.
Malone, wake up. Wake up! Every moment counts.
In your face.
Blood from a scalp wound. Now pick up a rifle and all the cartridges you can. That's it, move! Don't start to talk or think, move or we're all done for. Follow me! Gently. Gently. What do you see through the glasses?
The dwelling places. Just as you described, on the edge of the cliffs. 50 or so of the hominids. And there are Challenger and Roxton, my word. Challenger is stripped to the waist. What's happening now?
What's taking their fancy?
2 figures. Indians, like our Brazilian bearers, but how can that be so? Being manhandled by the hominids.
One of them's broken away. He's running. But he's not fast enough. They're catching up. Oh, he's desperate, poor fellow. But they have him. Oh, they're wrenching his arm right out of its socket.
Well, now what? Well, they become quiet and concentrated. We have to get closer.
They're taking the first of the Indians to the edge of the cliff. And I think they intend us to follow.
Prod me like that again, you hairy brute, and you'll regret it. It seems they want me rather than you for whatever comes next.
There's too many of them. Too strong for me. Sorry, Roxton.
Good luck, Challenger. Hope to blazes you see this through.
Oh, they've taken Roxton and the Indian to the brink of the cliff.
What do you see through the glasses?
They're picking the Indian up. Throw him over. Oh, God. To see, I guess, whether he's merely dashed to pieces on the rocks or skewered on the canes. They're swinging him. As you might swing someone at a birthday party. 1, 2, 3. Oh, then, ghastly. Over the edge he goes. Now they're taking Roxton. By heaven, he puts up a struggle.
Mr. Malone, ready your gun.
Your plan?
We shoot the hominids closest to Roxton first. I shall take the one holding him. Then we fire into the thick of them and keep firing until we disperse them and rescue our companions. This makes me sick, but this is how it must be.
Every inch of the way, you'll have to fight me. Yes! That's what we call a right hook at my stage of evolution. Oh, the stink of ammonia. The hair thick with grease. Oh, this is not how I want to end.
Diana Summerlee's face is a mask. Utter stillness and concentration. What is she thinking?
Now, focus, Summerlee. The legs. The hominid crumples. Roxton rolls free. The hominid is still alive, reaching for him. A shot to the head. But Roxton's head is in the way. But the creature is going to break Roxton's neck. One shot. One chance. Get this right, Summerlee. The hominid is dead. But Roxton doesn't move. What have I done? Oh, swing 90 degrees to the left.
I rejoice in the slaughter. What havoc we wreak. The hominids gesticulate, scream, rush in a howling crowd to the trees, leaving the ground behind them spotted with their stricken comrades.
Enough. Stop. Stop. No more shooting.
I expect the second of the Indians to make good his escape. But no. He looks about the scene of the massacre, and at us, with a strange, impassive dignity. Something childlike, too.
Dr. Summerlee. What is it? Say something. Diana Summerlee. I'm John Roxton. You saved my life about 20 seconds ago. Much appreciated. Please give me the gun. We're safe now. Hellish, wasn't it? Just. Wherever you have gone to, you must try and come back. Can't just stand there all frozen up like a statue. Me and you will be the talk of the Amazon. Going to take your thumb off the stock. Forefinger off the trigger. Middle finger off the trigger guard. Finger by finger. Gently does it. Left hand now. I'm taking those fingers one by one away from the breech. Last one. Shot and a half, by the way, Summerlee. But that's enough shooting. Don't you think? Safety back on. Good.
The notches on your gun. What did you do on the Putumayo River, John Roxton?
Dr. Summerlee! Malone! You pulled us out of the jaws of death! A timely intervention indeed. European science is in your debt. My disappearance, I think it's fair to say, would have left an appreciable gap in modern zoological history.
The music hall, too, would have suffered a loss.
And Roxton, down there, in the canes, speared through. The fellow's writhing.
Roxton moves so fast you would miss it if you coughed.
Don't know whether I sent him to some Indian heaven, but I do know he's out of his agony. And what of this gentleman?
The surviving Indian is walking towards us. Something about his bearing.
There's a certain intelligence in his eyes. He doesn't seem to be alarmed by us at all. Probably never encountered civilized man before. What an opportunity. We may be able to study prototypical speech at first hand, eh, Summerlee? I shall attempt contact. Me, Challenger.
I offer greetings, and thank you to you all. The time had come, but you had changed the time. I thank Dr. Summerlee, my tribes.
What a thing to behold.
Thanks you.
Challenger struggles for articulation and fails.
I am Kerois. You do not understand me?
We understand you perfectly, Kerois. We're just a little surprised.
Your tribe, you came here from the jungle, from below?
We have been here, out to Julua, the higher place, since our tribe's memory began. Now, oh dear, oh dear.
What is it?
When the brute took us, I lost something of a great price.
I understand. Sorry for your friend, Kerois.
His time had come. That was not what I lost. Where is my remembering book? Oh dear.
Remembering book?
Let's think. Kerois and his friend were seized by the hominids in the vicinity of those rather spectacular blooming bushes, whose exact nomenclature I will leave to Dr. Summerlee. Now, I would suggest, let me pursue this thought. Yes, it seems entirely possible. Keep your eyes open for a leather-bound notebook, quarto, much faded by now.
How can you possibly leap to such a conclusion, Challenger?
Not a leap, a deduction, Dr. Summerlee. A testable prediction.
A book like this.
You found it! I thank you! I thank you!
How has it come to pass? And even I found it surprising at first that Kerois speaks English. Idiosyncratic, but serviceable. I mean, what's the simplest possible explanation? And this remembering book, what else could it be but... may I, Kerois? I shall be very careful.
A sketchbook, just like you showed me.
Stegosaurus. A flying creature I cannot identify. A giant snake.
Please?
Oh, yes, of course. Here it is.
From one person, Kerois learned a taste for rudimentary sketching, for setting down memories in a spare sketchbook given to him by that person, who also gave him a basic grounding in the English language.
Maple White.
Yeah. As I was about to say,
Maple White,
yes.
Maple White was my teacher. But he would not stay. You? Will you be my teacher?
We'll teach you whatever we can, Kerois, if you will show us your world.
And you? Will you stay?
We'll stay.
We'll stay as long as we can.
Come now, quickly. My tribe, they come. I feel it. They look for me. Please, now!
Kerois leads us at a swift pace through the forest, with which he seems intimately familiar. We move downhill, towards the lake. We cross the path down which I ran in terror a night ago, now innocent in the daylight.
Seems pretty quiet to me.
They come. I know it.
Did you see that?
Well, you don't reel many of those in on the banks of the Itchen.
Something on the far side. But I can't make it out. You have the glasses, Malone.
Movement. Yes. Canoes. A dozen or more of them heading straight for us.
The rowers rise from their seats, waving their paddles madly in the air. Then they bend to their work once more, as they fly across the water and join us. The Indians of the plateau leave their canoes and kneel upon the sand.
Strange how correct are the instincts of the natural man.
You have the wrong end of the cultural stick, Challenger. It's not us they're kneeling to. It's to him, Kerois.
So when he talked about his tribe, he literally meant it. He's the chief. So young.
See the spears and battle axes?
I think they came here ready for vengeance if tragedy had befallen their young chief. And look at them. I think they still intend violence.
The Indians stand. Keroj moves towards us.
In the name of my father's spirit, my people say, what's the use of returning to our own dwellings? Sooner or later, we must act. Our comrades have been murdered countless times. Here we are, assembled and ready. And we have you, powerful people, to fight for us, who have the gods on their side and command thunders and lightning.
Keroj's eyes drift towards our rifles.
When shall we have such a chance again?
You mean...
Destroy the brutes for all time.
Kill them? These are specimens of incalculable value.
We must consider what you say, Keroj. Please give our respects to your tribe. We will speak of this in the morning.
Keroj bows and goes. The Plateau Indians begin to light fires and erect bivouacs.
Dr. Summerlee.
We can have no part in the massacre of a species. We didn't come to this place to disrupt the balance of life.
I agree, but by the simple fact of coming here, that's what we've already done.
I have no wish for slaughter. But Challenger, you seem positively tender-hearted towards a bunch of pithecanthropus... Sorry, tough classics master. Pithecanthropi, whose idea of sport is skewering a fellow on 10 foot of bamboo.
They're our family, kith and kin, like it or not.
You, sir, made me see that with some force. Opinion, Malone.
I've seen and done enough killing. Surely we are all in agreement.
I don't think Keroj is necessarily going to accept our decision as easily as we make it.
Oh, now that surely is speculation.
Trust me, Challenger. This is politics. In the name of my father's spirit, Keroj said. I think Keroj has inherited his position from his father, recently deceased. He's scarcely more than a boy, not just in years, but emotionally. Missing his blood father and missing his strange surrogate father, Maple White. Mooning over that sketchbook.
I think you're rather harsh on the lad.
Keroj's tribe, they see things more clearly than he does. They want our thunder and lightning. They see where power lies.
Are we to bow to the wishes of these people?
Not at all. Remember, the gods are on our side. Awake, Malone. I'm not surprised.
I've been lying here trying to conjure up the right descriptive phrase. Heavy table being dragged across a rough stone floor.
Malone, in your heart, do you think we shall ever leave this plateau?
Between us, our resources of knowledge and ingenuity, and bravery. Good heavens, yes. Am I naive?
I apologize. Foolish question. Oh, this place. I am so tired. I feel lost.
Diana.
Malone? Now, what is that?
The moonlight is strong. Great rolling curves of a snake-like creature appear from the lake.
Challenger!
What?
Look!
It's like the head of a serpent. A plesiosaurus. A freshwater plesiosaurus.
For a moment, we glimpse it. Powerful, but astonishingly graceful, too.
Plesiosaurus. We are blessed, my dear Challenger, above all zoologists since the world began.
Keroj stands before us. His followers are ranged behind him.
Keroj, the four of us have spoken to our gods.
As we had worked out earlier, Challenger, Roxton and I raise our rifles to our chests. We cock them.
The gods ask your mercy for the brutes. They have a part to play in this, your high place. And our gods wish to visit you and live among you through us. Tell your people this, Keroj. And remember, our gods are yours, Keroj. With all their powers of lightning and thunder, so long as you keep faith with us.
Come then, with us, across the water.
Good heavens, Dr. Summerlee. Quite a performance.
Bit of threat, bit of promise, and a good dose of mumbo-jumbo. Just like one of our Senate meetings, really.
The Plateau Indians race through the lake. The canoe bucks, and for a moment...
Sorry.
No, your arm. Let me just... Sorry, my leg.
Let us disentangle ourselves. Decorum. We are emissaries of the gods.
Her limbs against mine. Her warm breath on my cheek. The curve of her. Only felt for a small second. Remembered for a lifetime. And now, on the far side of the lake, we are honoured guests of the Plateau Indians, and our journey takes a new turn. Under deep blue skies, Challenger and Summerlee are in a scientific Eden. There is no end to the discoveries that the woods and the water yield. And Challenger makes good on a promise.
This way. Be very quiet. You. It's your way. You make much noise.
Well, I suppose that's not the first time that's been said. What is it you have for me?
Slide forward. Move aside the bush. Slowly. Dear Lord. The broken shells. Oviparous, not viviparous. What a thing. Wingspan, 9 inches. Oh, those little beaks. The mother. She senses something. Yes, I rather suspect she does. An orderly retreat.
Allow me to amend that, as Roxton would say, run like hell! I thank you, Carois. From the depths of my heart. Pterodactyls hatching.
The heart has depths.
I shall try to explain.
The word you said, oviparous?
Oviparous and viviparous.
You tell me what they mean?
Of course. I have to explain about Latin.
Latin. I would like to know about Latin. This would be a language. There are many languages. So you tell me.
Christ, there's no holding you. Do you want to learn about absolutely everything?
To learn about everything in the world? Yes, that will be a happiness.
Yet, sunlit Eden is not without its darkness.
You know we're being watched.
Oh, the Indians are always about. But what of it?
No. I mean, all of us are being watched. All the time. 2 of them, well concealed in the big bushes yonder. I stalked Challenger and Carois to the pterodactyl hatchery, and I was not the only stalker. They, too, were being watched.
The Indians hold us in high esteem.
Oh, that they do. Just how high? Well, I have something we should all see.
We were making some critical measurements of incubation times, and you've dragged us away to see what?
They're building a hut on a grand scale.
A hut with a fence round it.
Kirosh, what is this place?
This is for you. This is your home. My tribe built it for you.
But we have homes. Far away, homes that soon we must go to.
My tribe, they want you to stay.
Companions of the gods, eh? We may have oversold ourselves.
I'm a fool. My damned arrogance. Kirois, you must understand we don't belong here.
I see things more clearly now. Whenever Roxton and I have tried to find a way off the plateau, the Indians smile. But somehow there isn't enough vine to make rope by which we could descend. Not enough wood to build another bridge to the pinnacle. And they smile and smile.
You told me nothing of this, Carois.
My tribe, they are strong.
Your people overruled you. I understand. Hard to be a lone voice. Well, I believe we must act before the Indians put their plans for us in motion. Carois, will you help us?
What we had to do, we did quickly and secretly, since even at this last hour, we fear the Indians, whatever Kiros's goodwill towards us, might hold us back. Kiros slides into the camp like a shadow.
No, while my tribe is eating.
Challenger and Summerlee have container upon container of specimens, which give us much labour as we ascend the path that leads to the caves. Kerosh has a crude map, which he consults.
Should we not reconnoitre first?
No. I think we have only one chance to leave this place. And this is it.
This particular package, Dr. Summerlee?
My collection of dried legumes. It will change the way we think about the subject. Why do you ask?
Oh, nothing.
Now, what was that? Have you heard that before, Summerlee?
I haven't.
So many plants. So many creatures we haven't recorded.
But so many we have, Challenger. The world of science will applaud you.
And you, Summerlee. And you. Our eyes have beheld great wonders.
I take one last long look at the jungle. The glittering, living lake. The dreamland where we had dared much, suffered much, and learned much. Then I see blazing torches.
What? My people, they come for us. Oh dear, hurry!
Get off, you filthy things!
So, there are chinks in even the sturdiest armor. It is a beautiful dry tunnel with smooth grey walls covered with native symbols. A curved roof which arches over our heads, and white glistening sand beneath our feet.
Oh, the tunnel forks. There's no fork marked on the map. We have to choose. I say right.
Left.
Left.
Take this one.
Right it is. Come on.
Along we hurry in the semi-darkness, winding steadily downwards, until a sheet of silvery flame fills the far end of the tunnel. At first I cannot see it for what it is.
The moon! By George!
We're through. You've done it, Koros.
But not quite. There's a 100-foot drop to the base of the cliffs.
They found us.
We've enough rope.
It's flimsy.
Double it, man. And loop it round this rock. Go. You first, Diana.
The Indians, they're here.
So they are, bless them. Go, Diana. I shall make sure Koros isn't in trouble. We are in his debt. And I am duty-bound to see that debt is paid.
Roxton, you make sure you come back. Do you understand?
Diana slides down the rope.
You could come with us, Koros.
You cannot stay in my world. And I cannot live in your world.
We'll not forget you.
The boyish figure disappears entirely in the embrace of Challenger. Then Challenger slides down the rope. The Indians pause some 20 feet down the tunnel, while Lord John Roxton stands as still as if he were carved from stone, his rifle held across his chest.
Off you go, young Malone.
But I hang on the lip of the cave. If the Indians rush Roxton, they could draw Summerlee and Challenger up like hooked fish, or send us all to our doom. The faces of the Indians are unreadable. What actually happens will stay with me until my memories crumble to dust.
Here, Koros. Take it. Take the thunder and the lightning. Ammunition. Breech like so. Trigger thus. You've seen me use it. Careful. Now it's yours, Koros, a gift from the gods. Feel these notches? If you are ever tempted to use this, and do not know whether it is right, feel those notches. And think.
The Indians bow. Roxton bows back. Then he turns, and, without a glance behind him, heads towards me. I slide down the rope at speed. He follows.
Gotcha!
Up in the mouth of the cave, Kurois. He's holding up, like a trophy, a holy grail. Your rifle, Roxton. And the Indians are bowing to him. What happened up there?
We said our farewells. But far more to the point, Dr. Summerlee, I had the presence of mind to keep your bundle of legumes safe. Here.
Oh, much obliged, Lord John.
Wait! That box there, that must go in my cabin. In fact, I'll take it there myself. Yes. No, thank you.
I didn't see you there. Such an intense look on your face. What is it?
It is time, John Roxton. Time to tell me about the rifle. About the Putumayo River.
The rubber trade in Brazil, I think I once told you, is horribly profitable. The Opera House, remember? All built on the most cruel exploitation of the humblest workers. Slaves, really. Tortures, burnings alive, mutilations.
Go on.
I took it upon myself to bring some rough justice to the perpetrators. Each of the nicks on the rifle was for someone who murdered or tortured a slave. The last one was for Pedro Lopez, the most savage of them. He was in the employ of the biggest of the rubber companies. I shot him through the right eye in a backwater of the river.
Look at me, Roxton. Yours is surely not a crime beyond forgiveness. Justice, many would say, was done. But how did you come upon these men?
You don't understand. At the time, I too was in the employ of that rubber company. Dear God, the shame of it.
Enough. Roxton, enough. You clutched the ship's rail as though you would fall to the bottom of the ocean if you let go. I'm going to take your hand off the rail. Finger by finger. Like so. Finger by finger. There. You hold on to me, Roxton. I won't let you fall.
Malone, good. You've not seen Summerlee, have you? We're supposed to be exchanging notes.
I have, as a matter of fact. Just seen her on the upper deck. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure she will join you in due course to exchange notes.
Malone!
Good evening, Challenger.
Did I say something to offend the fellow?
I suppose it is time to apologize, for I have practiced a number of deceptions upon you in this journal. The descriptions given of our journey to Maple White Land, while accurate in every essential, change every possible clue as to the location of that place. Names have been changed, geography too. No one, from the most careful study of what I have written, could come within 1,000 miles of our unknown land. Or come within 1,000 miles of knowing all that I have lost.
Scribble, 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 Mr. Malone.
Oh, you surprised me. That little smile. It is not to be borne, but bear it I must and smile in return.
Sorry.
No.
Let me put that another way. I am so very sorry, Edward.
Her hand on my upper right arm. Her eyes filling my eyes. Onwards, Malone. Scrum down. Match depends on me. I'm put out, Dr. Summerlee. Were you by any chance reading over my shoulder?
I confess I was. You were so absorbed. And those are wireless messages?
Every paper, every news agency is offering huge sums of money for even the briefest account of our experiences.
You're not tempted by the offers?
No. I'm loyal to the Gazette, for the time being. I think, too, one day I could write a book. Perhaps a book of some seriousness that could do justice to what we found on that plateau. Our journey. It has made me think who I am, what I really want to be.
Yes, Malone. It was quite a journey, wasn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I and my companions have returned from the Amazon, and we have seen wonders. I will ask Dr. Summerlee to join me in a moment, but I don't want to show you sketches. I'm tired of the shadows on the cave wall. I want to show you what's outside the cave. I want to show you something real.
From behind the lectern, Challenger picks up a wooden box.
Hatched just 7 days ago. Or 60 million years ago. Whichever way you look at it. An infant pterodactyl. There. Taken from the Amazonian plateau as an egg. Hatched and reared by myself. My thanks to Lord John Roxton, who helped me seize the egg.
Pleasure, my dear chap.
He's a lovely specimen. There. I've been feeding him on mice. Though we'll have to move on to something bigger, won't we? Now, he's quite sprightly, but he's sprightly, as I say.
The creature perches upon Challenger's wrist as a bird of prey might. But no one in this hall has ever seen a creature like this.
Yeah. Now, I shall make a few observations about Maple White Land. Please, calm yourselves. No.
The pterodactyl shoots out of Challenger's grasp, circles the audience. Once. Twice.
The skylight! Close the skylight!
The small, ferocious face stares at the audience, and then is gone.
There you are, Challenger. So glad to find you in the crowd. A tragedy. Apparently none of the photographs of your extraordinary creature developed properly.
Well, Vice-Chancellor, perhaps the world we found should stay lost.
But what disastrous news about Dr. Summerlee.
What news is that?
She's resigned from the Senate of the university. Resigned from half a dozen influential committees.
Did she say why?
Said she wanted to pursue science in the field. She said, I quote her, "I want to be a scientist again." Extraordinary.
Did she just?
Well, here she comes. Ask her yourself. Dashing couple, aren't they? I must run. I'm in demand.
Summerlee. Roxton. Joy to you both.
Dear chap.
Thank you, Edward. What I still want to know, when we were at the Albert Hall, which idiot left a skylight open?
I have the honor to be that idiot.
Explain.
Well, the thing I noted in my studies with Caroyce of the pterodactyl hatchery is an immense innate capacity in the young to locate and return to the nest, even after long journeys.
So your creature is on its way back to the plateau?
Oh, you can do better than that, Malone.
Let me think, its nest. It was born in your home. It's returned to Enmore Park Gardens, where our adventure began. What a thing.
You see, while I wanted to prove the truth of what we found, I wanted to conceal it, too. A creature like my pterodactyl, people would want to turn it into a funfair exhibit. I should like you to read over my initial notes, Summerlee. Give me your comments. You have some reservation?
No, not at all. My pleasure.
Good. That reminds me. Thought came to me a moment ago, Malone. A title for your book.
Yes?
The Lost World.
Has a certain ring to it.
Will you paint us kindly in your book?
I shall do my best to paint all of us accurately. Faults as well as strengths.
Oh dear.
Kindly too. Even in places with love.
In The Lost World by Arthur Conan Doyle, dramatized by Chris Harold, Professor Challenger was played by David Robb, Dr. Diana Summerlee by Jasmine Hyde, Lord John Roxton by Jamie Glover, Malone by Jonathan Forbes, Caroyce by Vinicius Salis, Meldrum by Sean Baker, and The Indian Tribesman by Milton Lopez. The Lost World was directed by Marilyn Imrie.